everyone. Welcome to today's webinar hosted by CauseVox. We are discussing strategic video storytelling and video marketing campaigns with Shane Reitzammer with Cinema Story. I am so excited to have him here with us today. He is just a great cinematographer and has done exceptional work for nonprofits for so many years. And he has a bunch of tips for you, and they are very tactical, very just, how you put the video together and all the best practices that you're going to need to know. But before he takes us through all of the content, I do just want to do a bit of housekeeping. It's 1 o'clock Eastern, right on the hour. So we want to give some time for our few more folks to join. This webinar is being recorded, so you don't have to worry about taking copious notes. He has a lot of content to cover, so if you miss something, don't worry. We are going to send you the recording as well as the slide deck, so you'll have both of those things for you. And then the other thing is that, I want you to get as much out of this session as possible. So I would encourage you to think of some questions. Any questions you have for Shane, drop them in the Q&A panel during today's webinar. He'll be happy to answer those in a short Q&A at the end of the session. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But besides that, I know we're still a little early, so I just want to welcome everyone. And if you want, you can chat us in, chat Shane in and let him know your name, what organization you're with, where you're located, and maybe I don't know, what's topical, maybe your favorite movie. That's something that goes along with strategic video storytelling. Do you have a favorite movie? I don't know.
Favorite commercial, favorite movie.
Commercial, right?
Yeah, that's great. That's all good.
That's good. I don't know, Shane, you can also talk to our folks here as you wish while they say hello and everything. Hi, Lisa and Sarah. I'm over here in the East Coast. I'm in New York, so it's been pretty hot summer so far. But I don't know, my favorite movie, gosh, or commercial. Let me think about that. I'm gonna go through the slide deck and think.
That's tough. It is about 100+ degrees in Texas. So I don't know how hot it is in New York, but in Texas, it's a scorcher outside.
Gosh, yeah, I saw some meme about a woman in the suburbs baking a loaf of bread in her mailbox.
Yes,
only took 45 minutes.
Yes.
Hi, Kristen, in California. Favorite movie is Inception. I have still never seen that movie. I have to be quite honest.
You got to great movie.
It's a great movie. I must see. Okay, maybe I.
Christopher Nolan. That's right.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try. Hey, Dennis, in Toronto, Canada. Welcome. And Lisa in Ohio. And hi, Maria. And Chazelle in Rwanda. I think I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Favorite commercial is an old one, Got Milk commercial with the old guys fighting in the bar. I don't know if I remember that.
That's a great one.
Sounds classic.
Classic.
The producers by Mel Brooks. I don't know. I guess I also am the least pop cultural reference person ever. I don't know. Oh gosh. Yeah, my film friends, I'm sorry, everyone. Misty, hello from Saskatchewan. Megan from Ontario, welcome. And Amelia from Montreal. Wow, we have folks from all over joining. I am so excited for today. And Nisi with the Women's Center in Vienna, Virginia. Hi. And here I'm going to get started since I don't want to keep us longer than needed. So we're joined by Shane Reitzammer, who's the CEO at Cinema Story, and he's produced over 3,000 video assets in the past 13 years. That's a lot. So he's worked with small nonprofits and national organizations. He's worked the gamut and helped them raise over $12 million in video fundraising in the last 3 years. So he is an exceptional speaker and super qualified for today. But before we get started, I am going to just talk a little bit about CauseVox in case you're new. So CauseVox, we are a digital fundraising platform, and we help you do fundraising really easily by housing all of your fundraising techniques under one roof. So it's whether you're doing website donations, peer-to-peer crowdfunding, event ticketing, all of your solutions can be housed in one place. And then we offer hands-on support and onboarding, as well as education like today's webinar. We also offer free guides and books. So you'll want to keep an eye out for my blog offer. You can subscribe to our free resources later. But again, basically removing any typical clunky like PayPal button or like multiple platform use. We help you just sort of streamline it all in one place for your donations. In terms of modernizing your donations, we give you a really nice streamlined modern donation form, which is definitely helpful for like, basically any fundraising. But today we're talking about, this idea of video storytelling. So if you're doing any sort of campaign where folks are, watching a video or award ceremony, gala, they need to process a fast donation on the spot. Our forms are really seamless. They have multiple mobile wallets, including our new Venmo and ACH bank transfer, which is really beneficial for your recurring donors. Event ticketing can be run alongside of that event. So you can run donations, event ticketing, your video marketing all in one place, and peer-to-peer as well. And peer-to-peer, we have a great way to do hands-free peer-to-peer, which basically means we give you the tools to set up some default templates for them in the back end. And then when they get up and running, it's all set for them. So it's, 60-second signups and really simple for them to manage in the back end. I'll drop in this demo link at the end when we do our chat, so you can maybe book a demo with us if you want to get up and running with fundraising on CauseVox. And again, the blog subscription is available. We just send out free resources every week, like today's webinar. So yeah, that's everything from me. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm gonna pass it over to Shane. And have fun, everyone. I'll see you back in about 45 minutes.
All right, thank you, Jenna. I'm gonna go ahead and present here, share my screen. And Jenna, as Jenna mentioned, we have a ton to go over, so I'm gonna try to go really fast. I'm really passionate about what we do, and you can probably hear it in my voice. I'll kind of move quickly through these slides, but as Jenna said, she'll send you the deck, and I've included hyperlinks, I've included video links, case studies. I really want this to be an asset for you guys to be able to, one, hear it from my mouth, kind of, explain each slide, but then also take and read and go through it. So I've done a lot of research, and then I've got 13 years of experience of doing this type of video content, all forms of video content, but especially nonprofit. So anyways, thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest. I hope that after today, you have some valuable information that will help with each and every one of your nonprofits. So let's get started. So first, I'm gonna talk about some problems you might be having, and I'd love if you comment in here if you have had one of these problems before. Okay, so problem number one, maybe your videos are not getting you any results, or the results you're wanting, right? I'm getting a lot of views, but I'm not getting any donations or any support or any volunteers. Like, they're not turning into the metrics that you want, right? So problem number one. Problem number two, maybe you're feeling lost when it comes to platforms, or where do I put my video? Like, where do I share my video so that people can watch it, right? And sometimes that's a big deal. Like, I'm not getting a lot of views because I'm not using the right platforms to share the video, okay? And then problem number three, you don't feel like you have the resources or tools to create the video content, okay? So I hope some of these problems maybe you've experienced. Okay, I see somebody saying number one. Yeah, I agree. Number one's a hard one, right? That's something that we probably all have experienced. We want more conversions with our videos, okay? So good news today in this deck, and the deck that you receive from Jenna later, we're gonna solution number one, I'm gonna show you how to craft your video strategically for better conversion engagement. Okay, I'm gonna give you some theory, give you some statistics, but I'm also gonna show you some case studies that we've done, how we have formulated our videos to raise millions of dollars. Okay, and hopefully that translates to you, gives you some ideas of how to do that. Solution number two, we'll walk through an overview of each platform. Okay, different platforms that you can share your video on. Even live events, hybrids, CosVox, right? Areas that you can share your video and why you would want to share them on those platforms and tips on sharing on those platforms, okay? So we're going to demystify a lot of those platforms. And then solution three, we're going to go over the tools you already have, the steps that you can take today to start making great video content, okay? So I think you'll be surprised. I think after this presentation, I want you to be encouraged that, you know, even if you don't have the funds to hire a production company or an ad agency or a partnership sponsorship, you can start making videos today that will have an impact, okay, for your nonprofit. All right, so just briefly about me. I don't like talking about myself, so I can keep this short. I founded Cinema Story, and Jenna did a great job. Thank you, Jenna, for that great intro. By the way, Jenna, if you'll help me watch the clock, I want to make sure we answer some of the Q&As at the end. So at 12:50, I'll try to stop wherever we're at so that you can get the deck, and I'll address some of those questions in the last 10 minutes. It's 12:50 my time since I'm in Central Time. So I founded in 2010. I am the CEO and EP at Cinema Story, executive producer. So that means I do some of the strategy and design and production on the videos that we create. We have produced over 3,000 videos since 2010, so over the past 13 years. And then we've helped raise over 12 million. Actually, I just found out from one of our nonprofits, they got some huge influx just recently. So that number has gone up to 16 million in the last 3 years. So yay for them, great response. That our videos have helped raise. There's a lot of things that go into campaigns, as you all know, but video can play a huge part in the fundraising. And then I'm a big fan of CosVox, guys. I think I first met CosVox in 2020 during shutdown. They helped a lot of our nonprofits clients continue to reach their donor base. And I just love what they're doing there. So we'll dive in a little bit about, like, you know, if I find a tool that can benefit my clients and nonprofits and make them successful, like CosVox, I'm all about it. And so we'll kind of show you like how we have utilized CosVox with video to make big returns on investment. All right, so we'll get into solution number one: get more conversions with your videos. I feel like this is, you know, probably the hottest topic, so I started with it just in case you have to leave early. So there's 4 steps to this. Step 1, you need to define your target audience. Step 2, then we need to get their attention. Step 3, we got to get them engaged, okay? Connect with them. And then step 4, convert them into action. So we're going to go through each one of these steps real quickly, and I'm going to talk about each one and share some information about them. So step 1, define your target audience. This is so important. You need to reverse engineer your videos, okay? What does that mean? Sometimes we get so wrapped up. We work with a lot of nonprofits, and it's awesome when we talk with them, we do consultations, we find out about what they do and you know, all the great things they do and all the needs that they have. But one of the biggest problems is not putting your audience first, okay? We got to get in their shoes. We have to think like your audience, like your donors, okay? And then we know how to position the video to get the results we want, all right? And so that's great to have an outside voice, or even dialogue within your company or nonprofit, and talk about, you know, who is, so first, you know, define who they are, right? Who are your primary supporters right now? Or are they donor, you know, are you looking for donations? Are you looking for volunteers? Are you looking for awareness? What is your need, right? Who currently is helping you? That's your primary support base, okay? But we all know, like, we want more, right? We need more to survive. So your secondary is going to be your desired supporters, okay? You need to make a list for each of these of what the demographics look like. Who are they? Their age, maybe their occupation or their belief system or where they live in the world, okay? Make a list as detailed as you can for your primary targets, who's your current supporters, and your secondary, like the people you do want to reach, okay? You might need to make 2 different videos for those different audiences, or can you figure out how to make one video or one campaign to target both of them. Okay. Next, where are they? This will decide what platform you put these videos on, right? Or what type of an event you're going to put on. It also determines the aspect ratio of the video. And so if you're not familiar with aspect ratio, that's like if it's landscape or vertical video, right? That's just one example. The pacing and the length of the video. This is a big one, okay? And we're gonna get into more slides later about different platforms and the stats behind, you know, how long a video should be and all that. So bear with us, but you need to think about who your target audience is, where are they, and then why them, right? Determine why they might care about your cause. Again, put yourself in their shoes, right? If they're watching this video, what is it really going to do for them? Is it going to fill an inner desire, like a void that they need filled? Do they want to improve their community? Do they want to, you know, do they want to volunteer and get some volunteer hours? Do they have to get volunteer hours? Is it just a tax write-off? Like, figure out what's in it for them, okay? Because you need to make it targeted towards fulfilling something that they want. Okay, to get now to number 4, what we want, right? Which is, how can they help us? So determine what you want out of the relationship, and then make sure you ask for it in the video. Okay, are we asking them for their support? Are we wanting them to show up for this event? You know, make sure that we are clearly determining what our goal or end goal of this video or video campaign is. Okay. I'm doing this video campaign because I want to raise $1 million. I'm doing this video campaign because I need to sell 100 tickets to our gala. I'm doing this campaign because I need more volunteerism, or I need a more awareness about this. Okay, so clearly define all of those in your target audience is step 1. All right, and so that brings us to step 2, which hopefully my audio played, right? Got your attention. Get their attention. Okay, so in the video, that's the first part. Okay, let's do an exercise real quick. I don't want to spend too much time, but if you have your cell phone, if you're not watching on your cell phone, pull up Instagram, Facebook, any type of social media that you might have. And while you have it open, I'm going to just show my screen for a second. You know, I'm just on the feed here. And as you start to scroll, count in your head seconds. Okay, so I'm going to say 1, 2. Okay, so think about that. How long did it take to scroll past that first post? Okay, think about how long would you say? It's 2 seconds. It only takes 2 seconds for somebody to scroll on social media. Okay, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anything like that. 2 seconds is all the time you have to capture their attention. In the deck, I would strongly suggest checking out this statistics link. It's got a lot of great information, but these are the 3 I want you to take away from today. That's the most important. You can dive even deeper with the link later. 2 seconds, the first 2 seconds are the most important of your video, period, when it's on social media. And I would also say, even at live events or on YouTube, the first 2 seconds, the opening 15 seconds, okay, are very, very important. But 2 seconds on social, that's all the time you have. 1 minute is only 66% will finish a video that's 1 minute long, okay? So again, think short. I know it's so hard, especially I hate that stat. I'm a storyteller and I want to, you know, tell a nice, long, drawn out story. But if you're posting this on social, you have a very limited window to hold their attention. Okay, so shorter is better. We make longer videos all the time. We do make 5-minute, 10-minute videos, you know, 3-minute, and I have more stats and examples later. There is a way to do it and funnel those, but you know, look at the stats here, 2 to 10 minutes. Only 50% will finish it, and you really have to get them engaged, which is our next part, for them to stay for those whole 10 minutes. Okay, so that's step 2. Let's go to some do's about step 2. So I will preach this all day about the opening 2 seconds. Okay, you have to grab their attention. There's too much noise on social media, on any platform, really, and we just live in a generation or a world now where everything is instant. Okay, so one way to do it is hook their attention with a visual hook. All right. Let's take ASPCA, right? The animals in need. Probably you've all seen the broadcast commercial. They start off, you know, right at the beginning with like these sad dogs or animals that need help, right? And so they know who their target audience are, you know, is. They've clearly defined it. People that will care about these animals, and they're showing you the need right off the bat, and you're just drawn into this if you care about their cause and about the animals, about what they're presenting. Okay, so something that we strongly suggest is use a human face. If your nonprofit is involved with humans, visual videos are, especially on cell phones, it's a visual experience, almost like a one-to-one experience. Okay, so anytime you can show a face in the beginning 2 seconds of your video, you'll see a better opportunity to connect with them on an individual level. Okay, so use somebody's testimonial talking to camera, use yourself talking directly into camera, right? One-on-one interaction to the person on the other side of that screen. And then show people that you help or causes that you help. Okay, and then the second thing would be impact visuals, right? That's the ASPCA, the animals, the puppies, the dogs, showing that right at the beginning. That's already gonna dig into somebody's need that they want to fill, right? I want to help these puppies. They're showing me a commercial and I see that. Now I'm going to watch and see how I can help these puppies. Okay, these dogs and these cats. So volunteers or staff in action. Okay, across the board, show the impact that you're making. Show when possible, when legally possible, and of course with waivers signed. Show clients that you have helped. Show them receiving the help. Okay. And then another thing that you'll see on social a lot is the fast montage of best moments, right? Have you seen, like, it looks like it's strobing, it's like 3 to 10 images in the first 2 seconds, and you kind of go, whoa, what's happening, what's going on? That's done on purpose to make you ask that question and watch more. Okay, and then finally, use creative visual ideas. Filters on a lot of these, or even in editing, like, can you go from black and white to color? Can you put a time lapse or a drone shot? Biggest thing is be different. There's so much noise on social. Visually, whatever that first video clip is, needs to be worthy of somebody's attention. Okay, in the commercial world, they use explosions, they use pretty models, special effects, babies, puppies, kittens, all of that stuff. Okay, what can you use that is applicable to your cause, that's visually attention grabbing? Okay, so that's first. And then the other part that I love is story. Okay, choose a part of the story that is the most impactful, emotional, or dramatic statement, and use that at the beginning of the video. Sometimes you can even use humor when it's appropriate. Okay, and a lot of people, I know this feels weird because you go, well, I want to build up the story and then I'm going to come to this climax, and that's good. But again, looking at the statistics, they're not going to stick around to that climax. And if they don't stick around to that climax, they're not going to feel the need to convert into conversion. Okay, because they're leaving after the first 10, 15, 30 seconds, 1 minute even. Okay, so if you put something at the very beginning that's super emotional, impactful, or dramatic that you have captured, whether it's a testimonial or you saying something, that's going to hook them in and make them watch to the climax later, and then your ask. Okay, so another tip is speak directly to your audience. It's been proven if you use the word you, again, it's positioning. Your audience is the main target, right? That's who you need to watch the video. Even though we want to share the great things your organization is doing, the audience is the main target and hero in this, because they're going to make the difference, right? They're going to come volunteer, they're going to give money, they're going to do the action that we're requesting them to do. So think about their why when you're speaking directly to them. Okay, and so I have some examples, and it's called opening the loop. Okay, in storytelling, you want to open the loop. I love the term because it makes them think. They want to stick around and see what the answer to the question is. So one, you can ask questions. What if you could change the world, right? Directly to camera. What if you could change the world? Again, depends on what your nonprofit is. You can see, a couple examples there, but hopefully this gives you some ideas. Another way to do it is tease a story. Teasing a story works all the time. You won't believe how the story ends, right? Or maybe you're showing a piece of a story, like a testimonial, and people are like, oh my goodness, I have to know what happens. Okay. And then finally, use structure. This is really popular. It sets expectations for the video. Hey, there's 3 things you should know about your community. and I'm going to tell you those things in 1 minute. Okay, that's structure, and it sets expectations. They go, yeah, I could stick around for 1 minute, and I want to know these 3 things. Okay, so those are some examples. Again, you can use questions, tease your story, or use a structure system. And really think about reality TV. Okay, think about how Hollywood and streaming platforms use this. It's called a cold open. Okay, same thing. It's a hook. It's a cold open. It's the first when you're watching, I don't know, Game of Thrones, or I don't know, Love is Blind, or reality TV, whatever it is. You always see at the beginning they're kind of teasing you of what they're going to show you in the film, right? On this episode, da 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 da. Like, this is what happened before, but because it's episodic, and then this is what you're potentially going to see. So it teases you, and later they're going to show that part again. So don't worry about using your best thing at the beginning, because you can use it again later in the video, because you're opening the loop, you're making them curious, and then you're closing the loop later and asking them to take action. Okay. Huge on the cold open. Here's the next thing about cold opens. Here's some tips to avoid. Okay, this took us a long time to do. It took many years. We used to love putting our logo first. Cinema Story Productions. If it was a video for us, or our nonprofits, we would put it up. Skip it. Don't put your logo up at the beginning. They are just going to go right past that. You have 2 seconds. Remember, they don't care about your logo until later, right? Branding is important, but save it for later in the video. Don't start with a photo or still image. There's too many photos, video. They think it's a slideshow. They're seeing and hearing. They want to see video. Don't fade up from black. Okay, don't have the first 2 seconds of black. Again, they're gone after 2 seconds. They're swiping through. You need to visually catch their attention at the very beginning. And then don't start without sounds. It's great to have that story piece right at the very beginning. And I would also say, caption all of your videos. We're going to have another slide about this, but a lot of people watch videos without sound. So at the very beginning, if you have captions on your video, it's automatically going to be displayed. You have somebody's face and they're emotional and they're talking about something. I'm going to stop and watch that. I want to know why is this person, emotionally telling me a story? Okay. And you're going to, you have a higher chance of capturing their attention. If you're doing a direct-to-camera thing where you're talking to the camera yourself, don't waste time with introducing yourself. Hi, my name is blah, blah, blah with XYZ organization. You just lost, a lot of your audience in the first 5 seconds telling people that. Use a graphic, or say your name later, right? Hey, these are 3 things that you need to know about your community that can change the world, or whatever. My name is Shane with XYZ nonprofit, and thank you for joining me for this video. Whatever it is, you can use it later, but just not in the first 3 seconds. And then try to avoid big opening graphics. A lot of times that feels like an ad. Also, if you look on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, there's a lot of ads anyways, and graphics. So I would avoid using those as well. Okay, so we're going to just watch the first. I have 4 examples, okay, and we're going to go really quick. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're only going to watch the first 10 seconds, the hook, so you guys can see some ideas of a dramatic hook, okay? Hopefully this plays all right.
You have 2 babies on 2 separate.
All right, so that's dramatic, right? You go, wait, what? It's you're already telling them that it's successful, but don't you want to watch more of that video? Hopefully you do. So use the dramatic part of your story and use it early, and then go back in time and tell the story. Okay. Impact hook. Okay, let's show the difference that your organization is making.
During the summer, it's just amazing. When I tell them, okay, it's time to go for the lunches, they get very happy.
All right, so this one, we use 2 different things, right? So we used smiling kids, right? So you don't have to have somebody talking in the beginning. It's, all of her smiling children, and then we have her telling us what an impact it makes, okay? So use an impact hook, okay? This is the value that this nonprofit is bringing. Emotional hook, all right? Emotions, go deep, make them emotionally engaged right at the beginning.
Makes you feel like family. It feels good.
Okay, so, and see here, like, yes, we did a logo a little bit later, but you don't do it in the first, 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, so that's an example using logo. But this is a great way to get them engaged, and you go, I want to know how MetroCrest has made this impact on this lady's life. Okay, and then finally, here's a humor example. The humor I feel like is a lot harder to do, but people really enjoy like the behind the scenes, kind of the like laughing at yourself when possible. And so this is an example of a nonprofit church, their VBS. Okay, and so this was a little humor opener that we used, and we got a great response because it set the tone of the entire piece, and they got a lot out of this video.
Can I do silly? Oh.
You can't do a silly.
Boo Papu, my name is Boo Papu.
Okay, see, like that really didn't have anything to do with the story that we were going to talk about in this video or the need that we need in that video, but it grabs people's attention because it's cute kids. It feels behind the scene, it feels real, raw, organic, and we're being very transparent in our video storytelling. All right, so those are 4 examples. You can go watch the full videos too later with the deck. I believe it will be a click through where you can watch the links. But here's that tip I wanted to talk about with captions. 85% of videos on Facebook are watched without sound. So use captions in your video. So when you upload one, you should always be directly uploading to these platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You don't want to share like a YouTube link onto Facebook. Okay, you want to upload it organically to each platform because it will automatically play on that platform. You share like a YouTube link, it's just going to pop up as a YouTube player. And so when people are scrolling, they're going to have to like click play. It takes them to YouTube. Nobody wants that. They want this instant gratification of as they're scrolling, the video is already playing, and hopefully it grabs their attention. So 85% of people are watching it without sound. You need to have captions on it. How you do that in the app, there is auto caption. So good news, Facebook's going to auto caption your video. Make sure that that is turned on when you're uploading. There should be like a little checkbox. I think it is already automatically turned on, but make sure that it is on. That way, when people watch your videos, it has auto caption. There's also services out there like rev.com that you can go and upload your video and they'll caption it for you. It's like $1, $25, $50, something like that for it per minute. And so if it's a 2-minute video, you're not spending a lot. But again, I would just use the auto caption on Facebook, YouTube, when applicable, to get those captions. But you will see a lot more results when you have, make sure that you have captions on your videos and you're starting at the very beginning with story and the story is engaging, okay? So let's get to step 3. Let's get them engaged, okay? We got to take them on a journey with us, all right? So going back to number 1, we're opening the loop, right? So that was the hook. We want to make them want to know what happens next, okay? And then just like any good story arc, like if you're watching a movie, you're watching a hero, and a hero goes on a journey, and there's a conflict or a challenge, and then he meets a guide, right? Think of Star Wars, right? The Jedi meeting Yoda, and then they can overcome that conflict together, right? The guide is you. The guide is the nonprofit. Your hero is your client or your cause, right? And the real hero is the person watching the video that's going to come in and help our hero and you, the guide, be successful and overcome conflict, right? So show the challenges, show the conflict, and then give resolve, okay? Now, we might not have solved the conflict, but we have a direction we know we need to go to solve the conflict, right? So show them why it's important. We solve this, and then tell them how it can be resolved. Hey, with your support, with your financial support, we can make a difference with homelessness in Dallas, whatever it is, okay? So make sure you tell them how you're going to make a difference. So get them engaged. This is an example, a case study, and I'll share the monetary value that came in from doing this campaign. But a client came to us. It was a private school, and they were going to do a gala, a live in-person event gala, but they weren't going to have any keynote speakers. Okay, they just wanted to do videos, which was we love that as storytellers. We're like, great, let's make a lot of videos and take people on a journey with our storytelling. Okay, and so what we did is we started off with video number 1. It was about a 1-minute video, and 1 to 2 minute video, and we positioned the people in the room as the heroes, right? Because what we did is we grabbed everything that they had given in the years past and showed how those donations have made a difference at that school. Oh, they got new iPads, they funded a new flooring, they built a new building. Okay, so we already made everybody feel good about themselves in that room, and they were excited about being there. Like, what are we going to do this year, right? And then we instilled pride into them. Okay, so we showed that their money went a long way by showing a success story of a family who were students a long time ago at this school that had gone through the school and now give back financially to the school, and then also they take their children there. Okay, so there was this sense of pride. Look at our money, how it has changed this school. Look how it's affected these people's lives in a positive way. And now these people are giving back to our cause, so we're building a bigger community together. Okay, video number 3. This is where we hit them hard. Now we share a story of need. Okay, and you can also combine this into one video, right? But this is a 4-video campaign since we had the spotlight of the evening. And they had people that got up and kind of introduced things in between. They had entertainment, music, food, all that kind of stuff. But the videos were the main entertainment source that night. And so we shared a story of a girl that wanted to pursue performing arts, right? So we heard from her, we heard from her parents, cute little girl. We chose the right subject for the topic, and we connected the viewers emotionally to her story, right? She wants to pursue it, but she wishes there was more opportunity. Okay, and then video number 4, that's where we come and we say, this is how you can help. By the way, we're building a new performing arts building in this renovated building, and your gift will help that little girl and your kids and other students be able to pursue performing arts at the highest level. Okay, and so what did that video end up doing? This is the results of this video. We were really happy with it, and the client was as well. So it raised over just right under $500,000 in the single night of fundraising. And if you'll notice, video number 3 is the most impactful. Okay, when you use a client or a testimonial story and somebody speaks from their heart about what their struggle is and maybe how you have helped, those videos get our clients the biggest return on investment. Year after year, we might make other videos and they do well. You see video 4 did pretty well, and this was all strategically building up to video 3 and 4, right? Same thing, if you just did this in one video, you build up to that moment, and you don't want to do your big punchline, your gut punch don't wait till the end. Sorry, I'm trying to go fast. Don't wait till the end because they might not get to the end. So you want that kind of big 1-2 punch before the end of the night. Okay, hit them emotionally, hit them hard, and get them involved, and ask them for their help sooner than later. I would say that these testimonial or client videos are like Google reviews, right? Somebody else wrote them for you, but they're so valuable when people consider in a commercial setting using your company, but in a nonprofit setting, this is what they're doing with their funding or their volunteers, and I want to be a part because I've seen the results. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're doing your video campaigns, whether it's a single video or multiple. And then here's a big tip, and this is what we did with them as well. They had to invest money to create those 4 videos. It's it can be expensive to do that. Nowhere near what they raised, right? But they're going to have to make the investment. So if you're going to make the investment, or even if it's your time, if you're doing this yourself, make the videos evergreen. I always tell my clients, like, get more bang for your production buck. Okay, you want the lifespan to be at least 2 to 3 years for your video, if not more. All right, and so it's different. You don't have to keep it evergreen if it's a little Instagram video where you're updating your followers. Hey, we just raised, we hit our goal, we raised $2 million, thank you so much. Those don't have to be evergreen, but your videos that you're producing that cost a lot of money or a lot of time, make them evergreen. Don't include dates in the video. Don't say 2023 we did this. Don't include deadlines, by Friday. Like, get rid of all that and try not to theme it. Think about from your viewer's perspective again. We did this one year where we were making a video for a Christmas program, And we were going to film inside, but we were like, hey, don't show up in shorts and t-shirt because it doesn't make sense. They're going to be watching this around Christmas, right? So even think about your theme. And we tried to strip the theme of Christmas out as much as we could, right? We want people to be able to use, they were going to use the video every year for Christmas, so we kept dates out of it. But whatever your video is, try to evergreen it. Don't date it, so that way you can get repeated use out of it. Our clients will do that where they use it for a gala or a live event or a CauseVox platform, and then they still get future use of it by putting it on their YouTube, sending it to potential donors. Make sure that you make it evergreen. Okay, step 4, and I'm running out of time. I'm gonna try to speed it up. Convert them into actions, because this is the important part, right? Like, we want number 3. Conversions is what we want. Views are great, engagement is good, but number 3 is what we all want at the end of the day. These are called key performance indicators, KPIs, in the video marketing world, okay? Now, they all are important, and they kind of build on top of each other. So that's why you need to know about each one of these, okay? I'm gonna skip to the next slide because we're gonna talk about each one of these. Views, okay? Why are views valuable? Views get you higher algorithms on these platforms, okay? The more views you get, the more YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn will start sharing to more people, okay? But it's also based on the watch time. So that's why the hook is important and keeping them engaged with good storytelling. Because if they only watch the first 10 seconds and they click off, that is a negative for the algorithm. And Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they stop showing it to people as much. So the more the time that they watch, so if you have a 45-second video, they're watching the entire video and you're getting a lot of views, that's going to compound on top of it, okay? The value is it's going to reach more people outside of your current followers, okay? And the strategy on this, keep it short, right? If you want a total watch time, can you keep their attention for 2 minutes? Let's keep it short so that your watch time statistics go up, so your algorithm goes up. Hook, make sure you hook them very early, and then story matters the most. These are clickable links, and we're not going to click at them, but they're great examples of videos that did millions. We didn't produce these, but there were millions and millions of views, national campaigns, and you'll kind of see examples of emotional highs, emotional lows, and storytelling. And why does this matter? So, for example, we had a video that got 2.3 million views. We went viral. We gained over 8,000 new followers on the account. So it's great because you get a bunch new followers on your cause. Now, let me be transparent with this. We didn't see a lot of that turn into dollars. So just because you're getting views, right, doesn't mean you get number 3, okay? So let's keep moving through the slides. What do we want them to do when they're watching this video? We want engagement, okay? Comments are king, in my opinion. You want conversations going in each platform, YouTube, Instagram, talking about your video. So how can you spur conversation on? Not only does it build, community, but peer-to-peer communications, interactions. The algorithm favors the likes and the comments. So ask for engagement in the video. Let it add value to the video, okay? And then don't wait till the end. Remember to ask them for engagement early. So in your video, hey, what do you think we should name our new building? Drop your comment below. You might already have decided the name for the building, but ask them to give opinions on it, okay? That's okay, and get some engagement going. So examples, so we posted this video, my wife and I, we found these 2 kittens. We posted this video and I said, let me test this algorithm of comments. So I asked, hey guys, what should we name the 2 kittens? We got over 725. We woke up to the video going mildly viral, 100,000 views and 725 comments. People want to feel involved and that their opinion matters. So if you can ask for engagement, do so either in your copy, right? So in the copy of your post or actually in the video. And let me, hot tip, remember this, the first line of copy should be the ask. Don't put it way down because they're not going to read all that copy. And even on Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, when they're watching, they only see that first line. So make sure that they see that first line. It says, what should I name these kittens, right? That should be your first line. What should we name this new program? That needs to be your first line because that might be the only line they see while they're watching the video, okay? All right, and then finally, this is the one we really care about. This is number 3, right? Conversions. This is leads for your marketing funnels into dollars. This is clicks that convert to dollars. Now, again, just like not all views convert to dollars, not all clicks leads to dollars. You can run a ad campaign and get 150 clicks and not a single one will turn into $1. Okay, so there's a lot that goes into it, from your landing page to the platform to how your video was set up. Okay, and I'll just plug CauseVox real quick too. That's where CauseVox really comes in handy to drop them as a landing page. Use CauseVox as a landing page. So as an ad, you're running a video, they click through, they land on CauseVox, they see your goal amount, they see how much money has been raised, they can quickly hit donate, and then they see their donation go towards that total. It's really encouraging for them to see that number go up. So I love how CauseVox is structured for that, for landing pages, for ad campaigns. Keep these very short. Give them a clear call to action. Hey, click the button to give now, right? You need to have something like that in the video. And then give them a reason to click. Hey, this is urgent. You don't want to miss out. FOMO, fear of missing out. You don't want to miss out on this event. It's a once in a lifetime, gala. You need to be a part of it. And then if you're trying to collect leads, give them something for free. Give them a PDF with info about their community. Give them photos, that you have taken, of the impact that you're making, that you're allowing them to share, or raffle off a prize. A lot of our nonprofits will raffle off a prize. If you give us your email address, you're entered, and that's a great way to build your email base to then put them into your marketing funnel and sharing more videos, getting them to follow you on social, and asking for more conversion. And then we'll just skip this one, but you can click this link later. They raised double their goal by the clickable button on the ad campaign, but you can click through that and look at that. Moving right along, solution number 2. I'm actually going to, since we only have 14 minutes left, Jenna, I was scared I wouldn't get through this, and I'm not going as fast as I wanted to. Solution number 2, we're going to go really fast through this.
Shane, it's okay if you want to go up to 5 minutes too, or whatever. We have a couple
Okay.
in the Q&A. No problem.
Okay, great. Okay, good deal. I'll go 10 more minutes and then we'll spend the last 5 doing Q&A. So solution number 2, let's understand our platforms. I think a lot of this you guys can do, because I've done a lot of the research and work and I put it into the deck. So one thing you need to do is get active on social. Okay. I will say the 4 most important platforms is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, if it's applicable to you. And then, again, is your target audience there? And then YouTube Shorts. Get active on YouTube Shorts. Okay. So those are the 4 top. LinkedIn is a huge one for nonprofits as well. I would definitely say that. So let's just say 5. Become a master of social media videos. So top of mind, you need to be constantly putting out content. And the rule of there's a rule of 7 in marketing. A consumer, if they're buying something, has to see something 7 times before they make the purchase. 7 times. So think about that in your social media. You need to constantly have photos, videos, images, whatever. Just be in front of them on a monthly basis. Email campaigns, all of that. Okay. And so I'm going to skip all of these, but I just want you to know, overview. I tell you, largest group demographic on the platform, average time spent, right? So if they're only spending 30 minutes, you're not going to make a 20-minute video. They're not going to watch it. So you want a 1 to 2 minute video, because they might spend 2 minutes of their 30 minutes average time watching that. And then I've got, I researched for nonprofit. Sprout Social is a great strategy site for video marketing. And they have great things that they've done, analytics that they've ran. And so these are actually nonprofit key times to post. So these slides are going to be very important for you. You can start testing this and posting around these times and see if you get better results, along with making your videos better, having a good hook. Okay, so there's Instagram, there's LinkedIn there. And I think those are the 3 most important for nonprofits. There's YouTube. So these are kind of in order for you guys. And then there's TikTok. Again, it could be really useful for you depending on your age demographic and what your cause is. Does it play well? Let me just real quick on TikTok. It's an entertainment platform. So if you get heavy on TikTok, it's got to have a lot of story in it for them to really want to watch and understand and care. Emotional drive. Okay. And then Twitter, again, Twitter, you might want to look into Threads, is the big competitor. I feel like both of these platforms are dying off, but there still is value to post on both. All right, so let's talk about video ad campaigns. And again, I'm going to go really quick through this. You can look at the pitch deck later. But this is the pay to play, right? Target your audience and ask for a conversion. So, and yes, the slide deck will be available. Jenna's going to email it to you guys after the presentation. So platforms, pay to play platforms. You've got Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. You've got TikTok business, YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads. Meta is king. Okay, I would start there. They are very time consuming to build, and the platform changes almost weekly. Even when I'm doing it as a marketer, I look silly because I'm like, where did they move the button? So just be ready for frustration. You can self-teach yourself to do it. Okay. And by the way, it's affordable. You don't have to spend, hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars to get a return on investment. We've done campaigns where we did 4,000 of spend over so many months, and we got a return of $10,000 in that campaign. That's small, but that's it's still a bigger 2x return, right? So it's a good win for the client. YouTube ads are great. They're expensive. I would say LinkedIn is something you want to really look into, and it is expensive though because it's a newer platform. But you have a higher rate of shares, and you have a very focused decision maker crowd on LinkedIn, right? You're looking at CEOs, founders, people that potentially are looking for causes to support. So I think LinkedIn is a sleeping giant for nonprofits. Get involved, get active on ads, and just posting organically on the platform. That's free just to post on the platform. Okay, moving right along. You got to choose your campaign KPI. Okay, so whatever campaign you do, you're gonna have to choose, do you want views, clicks, lead generation, retargeting? They're all important. They all have their values. I have strategies for each. I'm gonna skip that for now. You can read this later. I love lead generation because it is one of the more expensive ones. You're paying like $3 per, $3 to $8 per email or phone number, but that asset you own. You know that person is interested in helping you, and now you can directly communicate. With all the other ones, it's kind of like, oh, we showed it to 300 people. You don't know who those people are, but we showed it to them, right? And so I love owning the asset. Lead gen is one of my favorite. It is a little more expensive. Okay, moving on. Events. I actually love events. They're probably one of the best ways to share your video because you have that one-to-one interaction or group setting, community-driven response. Also, your KPIs. You know how many views you're getting right at that moment. I've got a room full of 300 people. They are my target audience. And by the end of the night, they might write me a check, or the nonprofit the check, right? So we know events are a great way to share, whether it's a gala, whether it's a community event, or something different like CauseVox, like a hybrid event. So let me get to those slides because I want to definitely touch on these. In-person events, this is where longer video comes into play. You don't want to do too short because they feel cheated. If they're watching a 1-minute video, it's on and it's off. You didn't tell them, you didn't take them through a story. So this is the exception. Use longer video form content because they're engaged into that content. You can tell a more complex story arc. That's what we did with those videos. The little girl's video was a longer video, like 4 to 5 minute video. We went through a whole story arc, a whole range of emotions, and that's how we got a big impact. Go deep or go wide in your videos. So you have to choose, do you want to tell one story, or do you want to tell multiple stories of how all these little things that you impacted? That's going to take a little longer. And I will say this a lot. One of our clients told us, Shane, you guys have been doing videos for 7 years for us. A lot of times we go wide because we have so many things that our nonprofit does. But one of the biggest results was when we went deep. We told one person's story that they helped. Everybody after that event knew Crystal's name. They were all talking about Crystal, and they were all writing checks to the nonprofit. And so sometimes going deep is better than, hey, but we do so many things. We want to tell everybody all the things you do. Sometimes it's easier to just tell one story and really capitalize on getting engagement with that story. I'm going to skip ahead real quick. Hybrid, because I want to touch on this. This is the case study that I wanted to get to. During 2020, obviously a lot of things shut down, couldn't do live events. So CauseVox and Woven Health was one of our clients, and we created video content, and they did an online platform, the CauseVox fundraising, and they kind of made it into an event and said, hey, everybody get around your computers at 6 p.m. We're going to do this live stream on CauseVox. grab a glass of wine, grab your popcorn. We're going to watch this video that we had helped put together. Okay. And so they watched it on CauseVox, and then you saw the money go up. They hit their goal that night. It was one of their best years in fundraising because of the platform and because of bringing everybody. Again, 2020 was a unique time. It brought everybody together on a virtual platform. Now, what I really suggest too is now that lockdown is over, everybody is returning to public events. Use CauseVox's app, like Jenna was talking about. Do a demo with them. It's really great, even in live events. But I also suggest this past year, Woven Health did an in-person event where they had 300 people come, do a theater, watch the videos, had a keynote, and then after that, the very next day they ran another event on CauseVox for their virtual audience. You can literally go from 300 people to national audience by doing a live stream or playing your videos on a platform. So why wouldn't you want to open up for more donations, right? You have to do some marketing and get some, eyeballs to the site, but expand your audience, go big on these. One of our golden galas that we did for a client, they raised $10 million in funding because we did a live stream along with making 10 videos and doing a whole campaign leading up to it. All right, I think I'm out of time. Jenna, I probably should go to questions. Let me just hit this last slide. People might tell you all the time, but your cell phone is everything you need to make a video right now. Yes, it's not going to look like a Hollywood film, or it could, because depending on how good your phone is, but you have the tools. And I have some tips in the next slides that you'll have in the deck that will kind of help you make your videos even better. So things from like a $25 microphone, okay, on Amazon that will just help the audio sound better. And instead of, paying for a expensive production company or marketing company like us, you can start making content now and getting it out there and being that top of mind on social media. Okay, Jenna, I think we got through most of it. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to look at the Q&A right now. I see we have 3 queued up. Let me see if I can open it. Regarding captions, were they better? So question is, regarding captions, are they better to be stylized and hard-coded or soft-coded through the platform? So this is great question. So what he means by, or this person means by hard-coded is burned in, okay? So you can either have the captions kind of like that auto feature where if somebody has it muted, the captions will auto display, but if they turn on the volume, then the captions disappear. Okay, so the other way to do it, if you don't want the caption to disappear, you're going to burn in your captions. So that requires in video editing, and there's apps for it as well. I can even send you an app or a link to an app that does it. But there's apps where you can burn in the captions. So even they don't have to worry about the volume on or off. Your captions will always be displayed. I would say it depends on what platform, and we don't have time to go through all of it. But I would say regardless, make sure you have captions. If you're on something like Instagram, or I'm sorry, Facebook, where they're not going to be watching with sound, you have to have captions. It's 50-50 on whether burning them in or not. Sometimes it can be distracting to your visual. So I would say this, if you're presenting to camera and it's just you, a talking head video, burn in your captions. Go ahead. But if you're trying to show visuals and there's beautiful, imagery or showing the impact you're making, I would suggest not burning in your captions, especially if you're on YouTube. Don't burn your captions in on YouTube. On social, burn in your captions, that's fine. Question number 2, have you found anything that has a negative impact on your IG algorithm? For example, I heard putting logos in reels can make them less favored in algorithm. Anything else that we might be unknowingly doing that hurts our chances of being seen? Great question. Yes, so it's interesting. One of the things is posting frequency. So it used to be like, oh, you got to be consistent, post 4 times a week, which is so hard to do for, a lot of companies or nonprofits that are smaller. Now it's about the actual content and the value of the content, right? So again, it's about watch time. If you're so the biggest thing that's going to hurt you is people not watching your whole video. So I would say go shorter, because you want full watch times of your video, because then the algorithm is going to go up. So stop making long videos. Don't put any fluff in it. Keep it bare bones. Okay, that's number 1. And then I would say, yes, the logo thing is huge. And then also, here's a big one. Sharing from cross platforms. I know it's easy to go, oh, I can share this on Instagram and on Facebook, all with a click of one button. go upload directly to each platform, because the tags don't transfer over. And plus, like if you share from TikTok to Instagram or Facebook, TikTok's a competitor of Instagram and Facebook. They hate sharing those videos with a TikTok icon on there. Okay, and TikTok wants you to burn that icon in. So instead, download your video, then upload it onto those platforms. Okay, so that's a great way. And I have that in the other deck. Like that's a tip on how to edit without having that logo on. So great question there. And then lastly, I'll just do this real quick. I want to share a story, but while I was documenting, the quality of my camera increased as well as my knowledge about white balance. Has this happened to you? Do you still maintain quality story with visuals, not looking the same with each other? What tips or tricks do you have to help me not lose the story, but keep the audience engaged? I have a long answer to that, but yes, it's doable. You'll see mixed media all the time. People actually are responding even, and this is hard for a video production marketing company to say, but I'll tell some clients, you know what you need for this video is a cell phone. You want it to look bad because it's more organic. Okay, so depending on your target audience and the topic, you do want to show value. You do want a nice polished video, but some videos can look not produced. Okay, people want this raw, organic. And for example, we ran an ad campaign where we had raw, like iPhone video that we helped our client produce, and then a very polished video that we created. The raw video did better. So we turned off the nice polished produced video in the campaign. So I would say, Dennis, don't be too worried about that. People are forgiving. In fact, I think they love seeing the organicness of the video content coming together. There's also other things you can do, like color grading, to kind of match all of that together. That requires a little bit more advanced editing. So thank you guys so much. I know we're almost 2 minutes over. I appreciate y'all's time. I hope this was helpful. I really think if you take the time to look at the deck later, you will get some more results from your videos. I'd love to hear from you guys as well. So feel free to reach out to us. Let us know if any of this has helped you. So Jenna, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you so much, Shane. This was amazing. And you can see it in the chat. So much helpful information. I'm going to just put in Shane's website. Check them out. Find Shane on social. You've got his QR code there. And in terms of CosVox, I will send you those links here now that I was referring to earlier if you want a demo or something. But yeah, you can definitely, pair, video with your fundraising, and it's really, really powerful. So if you need somebody to, help you along the way with the process of creating your story, I think Shane would be a really amazing asset to your team. And then also if you need any tools to actually, share the video and then process donations, you can reach out to CosVox. I just posted a link for our free fundraising resources. So you can subscribe there and be up to date with all the free resources we share. And then if you have any additional questions, just email us at support@cosvox.com. But yeah, this has been wonderful. Thank you again so much, Shane. This has been awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Take care now.